Hey everyone, it's me again. I'm gonna do a video where I'm talking about stuff. I just realised before, I didn't know till this very second, there's a dirty rag hanging up right behind me in the shot. Well, it's not that dirty, it's just a washing cloth. But it looks like it's been inside several cows' rectums. So I said I would be talking about Breaking Bad in my last video, and that is indeed what I will do now. I saw a trailer, well, not even a trailer, I saw a video on YouTube of the very first episode, because a friend of mine on Facebook said, look, this show's amazing. I'm like, why? He goes, well, just look at this episode and give it a chance. And I stupidly did not give it a chance. I watched the first 5 minutes when Walter's in the meth lab van in the middle of the desert, and he's driving crazy with two almost dead. Well, one guy's dead and the other one's almost dead. In the back on the floor, and he's trying to evade the cops, but the cops aren't actually after him. They're on their way to somewhere else. So I got up to the part when he comes down in his underpants and he's holding the gun, just standing there waiting to die and stuff like that. And then that's stupidly when I stopped watching. I just thought, what the fuck is this shit? So then fast forward to about 3 or 4 years later, and I think that show's probably the best TV drama or whatever I've seen my whole life. And I watched series 1 straight to the very last series every night. I just would watch like 2 or 3 episodes, maybe even 4 every night. So that's like a good 3 hours I'd watch of Breaking Bad every day. Alright, so what do I actually like about it? So obviously the characters are great. I think what everyone likes is the storyline. Well, fuck everyone. I'm just going to say what I think about this show. I don't know why I can't talk on behalf of anyone else. But yeah, the storyline's great. So there's that teacher guy, he's like squeaky clean, works hard, blah blah blah, and this guy, and then he gets, the diagnosis, and he's forced to change his life radically. And like overall fucking good stuff on telly, character's very interesting, and you can relate to his struggle and his conflict and stuff that he's trying to do for his family, which he doesn't want to do, which goes against what he believes in. And I think you get to watch him evolve over every season. Maybe a couple of episodes you see his character change ever so slightly into things that Walter hates, but he goes on to become what he hates, if you know what I mean. He becomes like basically an illegal drug dealer and very good at it and enjoys it in a way when it works. I'm going to everyone else, it's too boring. But yeah, I think the storyline's great. It's so unique. I've never seen anything like that. I'm sure things like it do exist, but I've never seen it until now. And the way it's filmed, well, I could be completely wrong here, but every episode feels like a movie. Like you've been to the cinema and seen a film, or the movies and seen a movie, because of how well it's shot, and the dialogue's great, and every episode's, I love the introduction to every episode. Like you see a kind of like so it's like an artistic metaphor of what's to come. It's in some cases it is actually what will happen. It is actually a flash forward to something that will happen. So it's like you always hear a metaphorical premonition of what you're going to see, and it always makes you think, oh, what does that mean? What does that represent? And every episode starts like that, and it's very nice and thought-provoking. It makes you think, not in an artsy-fartsy, bullshitty kind of way, but actually in what does this mean in terms of reality, because the show's all about gritty gang warfare, drug culture, murder. That's what it's all about. That's what it will always be about, and money and power, of course. And the introduction is short and sweet. There's no fucking fancy quick clips showing explosions, gun battles, none of that bollocks. It's just a title screen. Very clever use of the periodic table, whereas the atomic number and all that shit. I've never paid attention to chemistry, unfortunately. If I could go back in time, I would study very hard. But unfortunately, I don't know much about the periodic table and the table of and the elements on the periodic table. So you got that, and you got the smoke coming out, which represents, fucking making meth, and a deadly toxic smoke that comes from that, and just a green background. And it's just so nice. The music's good, obviously. Characters are all crazy and unique. Yeah, I think it's great, and I'd give it 10 out of 10. Why not? 10 out of 10. So if you're one of the few who have not seen it, who has not seen it, obviously you should go ahead and do so. Check it out. See if you like it. Give it more than 5 minutes. Okay. Next video, I think I will discuss something. I think I'll discuss something. Well, I haven't thought through what I was going to say there. I'll just talk about basically American sports. Now, American people, well, if there's anyone even watching this, American people will be like, fuck yeah, and the British people will be like, oh god, and start to shudder and stuff. But I want to talk about it. I have a perspective on that, and I don't necessarily want to share it, but I just think it needs to be done. Because if you follow me on Twitter, you know that's all I ever talk about. And you're probably thinking, oh, what's this fat British guy think about that? Notice I said English and changed it to British because I'm not English. I've got very tiny English blood or English DNA. My great-grandfather was English, but my family is actually, they're actually immigrants. So that makes me not English, but a British national, which is completely different. That's not ethnicity, that's nationality, so I'm not English, I'm British. Regardless of what I think and feel, technically, legally, that is what I am. Whether I like it or not. Because that doesn't matter. Anyway, thanks for putting up with this bullshit video.